Hello guys, so today we're going to talk infidelity. Welcome back to Truthful Tuesday. So today I'm going to discuss matters of the heart, infidelity, which is not only just being cheated on. It could be personal stuff that has happened that your partner has kept from you, and it could be really, really, really detrimental to your relationship. So guys, I have a few questions and I really want your input on this. So if you can just go ahead and engage me on this topic. What do you consider infidelity as far as what's a deal breaker in your relationship? So there are levels to infidelity, and I want to visit a few of them with you all. There is emotional infidelity, and that is when your partner or you become emotionally connected with someone outside of your relationship. And you're connected with this person because they're giving you some attention that you're probably not getting from your partner. And it's so easy for them to tell you that you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and that they can gas you up and build you up and make you feel like you're so wonderful and special when they're not in the relationship with you. They're not sharing any hardships with you, any arguments, any bills, any kids, any responsibilities. They don't know your flaws, your faults. They don't know anything that is real from you. They only see what they want to see. They see the beautiful person, they see the body, they see your mental. It is so easy to get positive feedback from someone who you are not in conflict with, from someone who does not live with you, does not know your ins and your outs, does not see your ups and downs, your goods and your bad. It's so easy to get positive feedback, and easy and dangerous, and you can fall victim and vulnerable to their attention, and that can lead to more than just being flirtatious friends that are flirting. It's harmless flirting. There's nothing harmless in flirting if it's not with your partner. When a relationship is not emotionally or physically intimate, one of the other person is going to fall vulnerable to emotional infidelity, whether it's going to be emotional intimacy or physical intimacy. While emotional infidelity is a reflection of emotional distance within the relationship, emotional distance could be a deeper issue. It could be something that is much deeper and underlying that you need to address. If neither one of the party wants to address what's going on to cause the disconnect in your relationship, it's going to grind down the love, and you're going to seek that attention and love elsewhere. You need to really talk about where this disconnect is and what is happening in the relationship that's making you yearn for that attention. And that is going to be where the healing starts. And then there's the second part. There's physical infidelity. When someone cheats or lies or are being deceitful in their relationship and being destructive to their partner, it is usually because there is something that they're lacking, and they're seeking that in someone else. But before you go and do that, let's consider talking to our partner about what it is that you would like to see, what your desire is, what's affecting you, so that you can correct this before you go into something that could be very damaging to your relationship and to you personally. Now check out these stats. 57% of men and 54% of women have cheated on their partners. And the typical reason is because they are lacking something in their relationship, or they're unhappy. They've never decided or considered to speak to their partner. Secrets are so destructive. It is so destructive in your relationship. And not just to your partner, but to yourself. But this person that is cheating could be searching for something to fill a void in their self. Like maybe they want to find out if they still got it, if they can still get the honeys, if they can still get the attention that, they don't need to get that because they have a partner. But that partner, they need to tell their partner that they want to feel more desired, that they don't feel desired as much, and there's things that they used to do that's not being doing, and life happens. But you gotta come back home and get it together. Guys, it is so important to talk to your partner before you have a crisis. Preventative maintenance is important in your relationship. Talk about what your concerns are, what is a deal breaker, what is emotional damaging, what requires attention, mindfulness, so that you've already set this bar and this standard for your both of you in your relationship. And it's easier to revisit that if something, God forbids, was to happen, and say, we had the discussion, we spoke about this, and even though it's all out there in your vows, when you marry till death do us part, and sickness and health, better or worse, you need to really dig deep down into that, because some people really need to dig deep down into what the meaning of that is. Monogamy nowadays is so different. Monogamy is not like just one person anymore. It's one person at a time, which is sad, and that should not happen. So speak to your... A lot of you are afraid to have the discussion before the damage happens, because your partner might say,
where are you coming with this from? Where is this coming from? I will never do that. Oh, why are you thinking too much? Oh no, please, this will never happen.
We all hear it, and we don't want to think that it's going to happen to us, but it's better to put it out there and be clear about your feelings before you have to visit an actual event. It is safer. So don't be afraid to have the discussion. You're not doing anything wrong by telling them how you feel. Speak about your feelings. You're in a partnership after all, and you should be able to be open and talk about all the things that concern you. Good, bad, indifferent. You should be able to speak about anything. It's healthy for you. Healthy arguments are just that, healthy arguments. So here we are at fight, flight, or freeze. What is your game plan? What do you do now that you have discovered there is some form of infidelity in your relationship? Do you fight? Do you fly? Or do you freeze and do nothing? So most naturally, when you go through some form of infidelity, you have the fight mode, where you want to naturally fight your partner. You want to bust their face. Or you want to fight for yourself because you feel like you're in survival mode and you need to fight for yourself. Or you want to fight for the relationship. You need to return to why you love this person, why you love your relationship, why you love this lifestyle that you were privy to or you were involved in before knowing the truth. And you need to see and seek if you can get back there. So whether you are going to fight your partner or you are going to fight for yourself, at the end of the day, you have to face if you're going to fight for your relationship. And that is something that you need to investigate thoroughly on your own. Now, the flight mode usually comes from pressure, because you've discussed your relationship and your issues with your friends or your family or someone on the outside that is not a therapist or is not qualified to speak on your emotions, and not even them really know your emotions because they don't truly know your story. But either way, and are you really coming 100 with them and telling them the full story? Sometimes you discuss it with your inner demons and you're saying, yeah, I can't make the world see me as a weak person, but there's nothing weak in loving and fighting for your relationship. If that's what you want, you should be able to discuss this and get through it and build through it. Now, if it's totally irreparable, then there is something that you have to do about that, and you have to do that on your own also. You have to have some kind of self-discovery there. You will know if you can withstand this infidelity or not. But the flight mode is not always the first option. Then we have the freeze. Freeze is when you have just had enough. You don't know what to do. You are so hella confused that you just allow it. You just stay there and you just freeze. You do nothing, which could be even more damaging. You argue a little bit, you curse, you do not talk about it, you don't discuss what's going on, and it pretty much just gets blown over like, oh baby, it's not going to happen again. Oh, why are you so worried about that? We spoke about this again. Now listen to me. When your partner says, we spoke about this and we don't need to go through it again, don't accept that. You need to go through it as much as possible, because they need to help mend that pain, that hurt that you feel, and you need to come to that understanding, and they should understand that and love you enough to give you that time to keep on talking about it. Well, I'm Stephanie Rosita. Peace out. I hope you liked my talk. Happy Tuesday.